Aloha, everyone, and welcome to our virtual learning series. I'm Ka'ili O'Connell, your new SVP of Sales and Marketing. So it's been an exciting few weeks as I've jumped into my new role here at Locations. And although we're going through some challenging times, I have to say it's been really inspiring for me to see how our Locations community has come together to support each other. So that's been wonderful. And one example of that coming together are these virtual learning series where everyone is stepping in to help out and give their guidance. Today, I'm thrilled and honored to be moderating a discussion with two Locations legends, Bruce Yanagihara and Rod Mukai. Both of these veteran agents have a historical perspective on both the real estate market and with Locations. And this is something I think we could all really learn from. So I want to first of all say hi to Bruce. Thanks for being here, Bruce.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
And Rod.
Well, thank you. We'll give it a shot.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to get started with an opening question for both of you. You've both seen and experienced significant economic crisis and market disruptions in the past. Can you share with us what you were feeling during those challenging times?
I'm going back to like in the past, like during the World Trade Center. So I think it's mainly a state of confusion because we really don't know what to do and how long this thing is going to take. I had a chance to talk to a lot of brokers, and I think they're at a loss. Quite a few of them are at a loss as to what to do. So it's been a time of confusion more than anything else. What do you think?
Well, I was going to say you and I have experienced 4 of these cycles, these downturn cycles, and my feeling, as I think back, my feelings are no different now than they were back then. There was uncertainty. I remember feeling anxious, anxiety, and of course there was always disappointment that why is this happening? But on the other hand, I do want to say that I do remember telling myself you can't just sit around and mope. You need to get energized and start working again. And I've noticed that when you think like that, some creativity starts to kick in, and there is a feeling of hope and faith that things will get better. I think that's the kind of feelings that came up for me.
Thanks, Rod. So, Bruce, can you share what you did during these times to stay productive and not let the negative feelings get you down?
Well, I think one of the things is we got a lot of time on our hands now. That's one thing good. We got a lot of time on our hands. So that being said, I think we really got to go back to basics. Let's step back here. Be very, very fundamental in what we do. First of all, I think one of the things is you step back with your family and make a budget. Make a budget for the next 6 to 12 months, I'd say, just to be safe. Make sure that your cash flow is going to be okay. And by doing that, just checking to see how your income and your expenses are going to work out. Those things are going to be the 2 key issues, So if you don't have enough income, then you better cut down on your expenses, but at least sit down and try and figure that thing out to make sure that you have some comfort level on that. Secondly, what I would do is, it's still a working day. We're not on vacation. We have a lot of time, but we're not on vacation. So make this like your work day. Get up in the morning like you normally get up in the morning. Have a plan for your day. Have a plan for your week, and write it down. And then just start a routine. Have a routine every day. Be it whether it's your personal stuff, you got to wash clothes on Thursday or do something, but have a routine. And the routine should really include a lot of things that you should do for your business, especially, trying to do contact work. Hey, contact as many people as you can at this point in time, especially in this time of need. Just caring for other people by calling them. Friends, family, start with that. And include, of course, your clients. Just some of the key points that just running through my head. What about you, Ron?
Well, you talk about some of the personal basics. Maybe I can touch on some of the business kind of basics. because I've learned that during these challenging times, the sphere of influence, my sphere of influence, my CRM lists, my bank of prospects and clients, I've come to value them very much. I mean, you don't think about it too much when things are just happening. But in these challenging times, I'm just glad I have this sphere of influence, and I gotta say, my attitude is not, I need them. I think it's more, they need me. And it's not an egotistical thought. I hope it's not coming off that way. But during this time of uncertainty, especially as it relates to real estate, I think they're looking to us to be the pillar of knowledge, the pillar of trust, care, and understanding of their situation. So those are the kinds of lessons I've learned from these kind of challenging times.
So when you guys are reaching out to these people in your sphere, are you talking business right away, or what's the tone you're giving when you're reaching out to them?
Well, mine is strictly personal. I try to make sure that, I try to make friends out of my clients. So a lot of times when I call them, it's really on a personal basis. I wanted to make sure that they're okay, that they feel okay personally. If the business comes up, the business comes up. But first of all, I think, the caring aspect is really critical, especially in our business.
Yeah, I think the business side really comes as a byproduct of the personal caring side. And so it's not unusual. I remember Bruce telling me of a situation where he was talking about the client, and the client is the one who led into the business situation. And I think that happens, and I think that's relatively common.
Okay, great. So you guys are reaching out, making it personal, but what you're doing is you're also making yourself top of mind. So if they do have real estate needs, they know that you're there. So that's great. I love it.
Well, may I just add one more thing to that? The reality, I think, is that if you have not been contacting people, you can't now just start to contact people. I mean, it's not you. So I think every one of us have to, the way Bruce reaches out and the way I reach out might be different. So we need to use our own styles in reaching out to people.
That makes sense. So my next question for you, you both have been with locations for quite a while, and I understand that historically locations actually increased its market share in down markets. Why do you think that's the case, and was there anything specific you did to help with this increase in market share?
I think Bruce would agree with me that we have operated the business on a really sound fundamental practices. Actually, we've identified some of our strengths and we've capitalized on them. And I was telling Bruce there were three things that comes top of mind. One was research and support tools for the agents. I think another one is we talk oftentimes about culture and values of the people in the workplace. I think that's true. But another strength that we have that we seldom talk about is the financial strength of the company. I'm aware that we have, as a company, we have set aside money in good times so that when we have the financial resources in the bad times. Our staying power, our ability to continue to press on during these tough times has been the cause for us to increase our market share during these times. What do you think, Bruce? Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. Yeah, I think, just based on their own, I guess our own fundamentals within locations, we have a very good, solid financial base that just helps everybody carry through. You're right, Rod.
Excellent. I want to thank you both today for being here. Your just wisdom from your historical experience of going through these challenging times. I think it's very hopeful for all the agents to understand that we will get through this, and now more than ever, it's important to be really focusing on your business and continuing to work on a consistent basis every day. I'd like to leave on one final gem from each of you, a gem of information that you think would be something you'd want all of the agents to walk away with today. Bruce, how about we start with you?
Okay, one, I really wish everybody would start planning. Make a plan, and it'll work. Secondarily, if there are any questions or hesitancies, call us. Call Rodney, call myself, call one of the partners, call the coaches if you guys really need help. That's what we've been always there for each. And if there's any question, be it whatever, any kind of personal thing, business thing, you want to talk about how to put the plan together or anything that you're concerned about, we're there for you. So, come on down, give us a call. You got our number, and just go to the website. You got our number. So, we'll avail yourself to you. But in any case, my last words is do something. Do something. We're not on vacation, so just start doing things. Rod?
Well, I have observed and recognized that there is one constant during these up markets as well as down markets. And that one constant are needs. When I say needs that the clients have. The kind of need may be different in different markets, but nonetheless, there's a need out there. There's some of the people have heard me say this before, but the marketing axiom that I learned in college has really served me well for my entire career. And that axiom goes like this: find a need and fill it. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to just remind people about our sales cycle. You remember we had a thing called prospecting to find a person interested in buying or selling, or to create an interest in buying or selling in a person. Then we went on to the thing called presentation setup. This is what we said: to determine the obtainable needs of the prospect and to convince him that you can best satisfy those needs. In this changing climate, people's needs are changing. We all know people are losing jobs. They need to transfer, whether to transfer to the mainland. It may require selling their homes and downsizing. There is definitely maybe a greater need for multi-generational living, selling and upsizing to a larger home for multi-generations. There might be more investment opportunities. If prices start ratcheting down and interest rates remain attractive, it's a different kind of opportunity, and you're going to get more investors calling you. Well, the other thought that came to my mind was, I hear on the news with the stay-at-home situation, there's mention that the divorce rate will be increasing, and there will be a need to probably sell the family home and probably purchase 2 separate homes. Real estate needs will be changing. I think our purpose is to find that need and fill it. That's what they're counting on us to do.
All right, well said by both of you. Thank you so much for being here, Bruce and Rod, and we really appreciate your wisdom. Mahalo.
Welcome. Thank you.